And so I'm going to share with you kind of my morning routine here real quick. And I'm not saying, again, now I got to do exactly what Jimmy does. I'm sharing what works, and this is basically what this entire event is about. Sharing best practices, figure out what works for you. My background is in theater and waiting tables and being a bartender. I wasn't a lawyer, obviously. But I say that because I was a hella night owl. Like, nothing for me to, even early on when Kelly and I were married and I was still waiting tables and stuff, for me to roll in at 4 a.m. because the place didn't close till 2. You have to clean up, you have to eat after that, whatever. And I preface that before I tell you that what my weekday, most of the time, schedule is. My alarm most days go off at 4:45 in the morning. It's not fun. And no, I'm not a morning person. It's something that I started studying successful people, and I saw that successful people got up early in the morning. And I'm like, if somebody's doing something I'm not, I can say, well, I'm not a morning person, which is 9 times out of 10 when I start sharing my schedule with people. Specifically when they're like, but Jimmy, you do this full time, you make a good living, you don't have a boss. Like, why would you do this? For me, it keeps my edge. It keeps me growing. It's putting myself in an uncomfortable situation every day to continue to grow. My alarm goes off somewhere between 4:45 and 5 o'clock in the morning. What's crazy is now my wife is getting up earlier than me. It's a healthy little competition now. And because I used to do it because with the kids it was also my time, my quiet time in the house. Nobody else was up that early. My phone is by my bed, which I'm sure it probably shouldn't be, and somebody will tell me about why I shouldn't sleep with my phone near my bed. We can have that conversation later. But literally what I do is I grab my phone with my headphones, and while I'm literally like, I don't know my name at this point, right? I grab the phone, I put in the headphones, and I push play on stuff as I stumble in the bathroom to pee and grab mouthwash. I mean, like, or whatever your first thing in the morning is. And for me, the very first thing, the hardest thing I've ever done in this business wasn't losing 100 pounds, wasn't building a big business. It's the battle I face every morning when I wake up. This chatterbox in my head of what I'm not doing yet, why I'm a bad husband or father or coach or not. I mean, it's just, am I the only person that has this negative asshole up in their head like all the time? Again, 3 honest people. It happens, and that doesn't go away. And something I mantra on a lot is, you have to attack your mind before your mind attacks you every day. So your first thing is not grabbing that phone and checking your Facebook, or checking Instagram, or going, and I see the face. That's a guilty face, and it happens. Because we want that, we want to know what's happening in the world, and we want to see who commented on that picture, or, oh my gosh, I might need to get back and sell a challenge pack while I'm half awake because somebody had to wait a little time for me to get back to them. You can't do that, guys. Because, as my good friend Dave was talking about, he's probably going to go into this here in a little bit, you're starting your day playing defense. And what you need to do is equip yourself to be the best person, spouse, parent, coach, business person, your fitness routine, and that all starts with how you think, right? So, in my, groggy stumble, I pop into something and I usually grab YouTube, even though I'm not necessarily even watching the video. This isn't, I think some people think personal development means it's like what you guys are doing right now. I have to sit down with a notepad and be super attentive. Not always. There is a time and place for that. We'll get to that here in a second. I just need something in my ear that's going to set my balance for the day and not let me, it's going to have to knock out those negative thoughts immediately. Because even 10 years into this, doubt, self-ridicule, guilt, all those things, they don't go away. So for me, what I found out is I also work out first thing in the morning. Again, because the former fat guy in me knows if I don't do it first thing, it ain't happening. And like I said, you may have this great routine where you do it at the end of the day and that's the way that you unwind. For me, life happens during the day and there's more excuses because some emergency popped up, and what's the first thing to go out the window? I didn't get that workout in. Had that extra call. I had to sign that coach. That person needed me. The kids did something crazy. Life happens. So take back that piece of life before anybody. Again, why 4:45? Because it's ungodly. Early in the morning. And really, if you want to know the real story, it really comes from a failure in my business. Because when we moved back to Dallas, I kept watching my wife our entire time be the breadwinner in our family. I was this broke actor that was just going to auditions and passing out chocolates in Times Square to try to make some extra money and doing espresso coffee demonstrations at Macy's. I wasn't bringing any financial stability into my house. And the fact that she was so supportive in what I was doing with this business, even though I didn't have a lot of results to show for it. And we found out, it wasn't long after we got back to Dallas, that we found out we were pregnant with my son Asher, and I was like, that's it. And I remember telling my mentor at the time, he was the first person I told, took the little sonogram picture, I'm like, you see that little bean right there? I was like, my life's about to change, and my wife's not gonna go back to work. After she leaves, I'm gonna do this. The same way you're gonna leave this event, or you leave Summit and you hear, and you fill in the blank. That sentence you said before, and you were like, this time it's gonna happen. For some people like Danielle, that happened. She's like, okay, I'm not coming back to another event, you're not gonna know who I am. That chick got stuff done. It doesn't work that way for everybody. Because probably the most humbling moment of my Beachbody Coach career was when my wife's maternity leave got cut short, and at probably 5:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock, dark 30 outside, she hands me an infant, scary, and says, I'll see you this afternoon. I gotta go drive an hour and a half both ways to a job she hates. And I saw the look in her eye of like having to give up our son to me and leave. And I felt like the biggest fucking failure ever in that moment. I was like, here we go again, Jimmy. You say you're gonna do something, and you didn't follow through. And at the same time, I wanted to be a super present dad. So I didn't want to an infant takes a lot of work. And so I didn't want to be one of those parents that are like, rocking the kid with the foot here, trying to, in that time, everything I did was on the phone. And so I was like, okay, this is either the reason this business never takes off for me. I use my kid as the excuse instead of the reason I gotta do something different. So I thought, well, what can I do? What can I do? I can wake up at 3:30 in the morning and do my workout and jump online when I first was like, I was starting to dabble with blogging. I was like, I gotta find out a different way to do this business. And I could answer emails and I could send stuff because I knew that the minute she handed me Asher and she left, there was a greater than zero chance I wasn't gonna be able to work my business at all the rest of the day. So I had to create new hours if that was gonna happen, if we were gonna bring her home within the next year, which that was about the timeline, right?
A year and a half.
Took a year and a half from that moment that she came home and has never had to go to work ever again. Being married to me is a full-time job. She doesn't need that as well. And so, but those things, so that's where, to me now, 4:45, I'm sleeping in.